So very good afternoon friends, hope all of you are doing fine. We're going to see a few important questions from IND AS 33 and lot of chances for these questions to come for 4 or 5 marks. So do pay full attention to it and make full use of it. So first one is ABC Limited, various details has been given, that is 1st January 2021 and 31st March 2021 are as follows. Right share has been issued 145 at 90 paise and the fair value of share is rupees 1. Come rights price. These are the various data that you should pay attention, especially 1:50 to 2 p.m. On the day of the exam day, that is November 3rd. So calculate the number of shares for use in APS for the calendar year. So requirement is the number of shares in use in APS. So if you see, fairly straightforward question, what you have to do is January to March is 10 lakhs into 3 by 12 into 1 divided by 0.9833. Sir, how did I get a 0.9833? It's fairly simple. So 5.9 by 6 will give you 0.9833. 5.9 is nothing but the 5 rupees plus 5, 90 paise, 5.9 divided by 5 plus 1, that is 6. Then the bonus fraction can be arrived as come rights price by theoretical X rights price. So that will be 1 divided by 0.9833, which you can see in above. So that will give you 2,54,237 shares, and April to December 12 lakhs into 9 by 12 shares, that will give you 9 lakhs. So that will overall giving you, resulting in the total shares being 11,54,237. So I repeat, the answer for the number of shares is 11,54,237. This question you might get in MCQ, or you might get a 4-mark question in any of the adjustments, like namely 3C or 4C as the case may be, because in May 2024 there was hardly any question that came from IND AS 33. So moving on to the next question. 1st January, we are in second question now. So 1st January is shares in issue is 10 lakhs and 5% convertible bonds is rupees 1 lakh. The terms of conversion is 120 ordinary shares for rupees 100. 31st March, holders of rupees 25,000 bonds converted into ordinary shares. Profits for the year end 31st December is rupees 2 lakhs. Tax rate is 30%. Calculate basic and diluted EPS. Ignore the need to split the convertible bonds into liability and equity elements. The splitting and all those things is very important in IND AS 109, which we'll be seeing later. So let's quickly check out what is expected from you in this. So the answer is diluted EPS is 202,844 by 11,20,000, which will give you 0.181. How did we arrive this? Is fairly simple. These two boxes are working also very important. So profit particulars, put 3 columns, particular shares outstanding and the profit. So profit is 2 lakhs and shares is 10 lakhs. Then the new shares on conversion being 9 by 12 into 25,000 divided by 120 will give you 22,500. So for the figures of EPS, computing basic EPS, the base figures are 10 lakh, 22,500 and 2 lakhs. And adjustment for the purpose of dilution is unconverted shares is 75,000 by 100. Today will give you 90,000. Then interest portion will be 75,000, the 5% into 0.7 post tax. Be very careful. So that will give you 2625. And the converted shares pre-adjustment 3 by 25,000 by 100. Today will give you 7,500. And the interest for this aspect, the convertible shares pre-adjustment will give you rupees 219. So if you do that, if you see this is 11,20,000, this is 202,844, which we got here. So the diluted EPS in your second question is 0.181. Hope all of you are following and hope all of you are with me. So moving on to the last question and the most important question. But second, remember, second is very important out of all the three. So 1st January, shares in issue is 10 lakhs and profit for the year ended 31st December is rupees 1 lakh. Average fair value during the period is rupees 8. The company has in issue 2 lakh options to purchase equal ordinary shares. Exercise price is rupees 6. Calculate the diluted EPS for the period. So this is fairly again a straightforward question. So again put 4 columns, so particulars, number of shares, profit and EPS. So working notes is very important. It carries at least 2 to 3 marks. Process of the issue is 2 lakh into 6, that will give you 2 lakhs, and number that would be issued at fair value is because it's given in the question. The average fair value is rupees 8. So 2 lakh by 8 will give you 1 lakh 50, and number actually issued is 2 lakhs. So the free shares that is being issued is 2 lakh minus 1 lakh 50, that will give 50,000. So if you apply that 50,000 shares in the diluted EPS workings here, that will give you total number of shares at 10,50,000. So the profit by total number of shares, that is 1 lakh by 10.5 lakhs, will give you the resultant diluted EPS as 0.095 per share. Hope you all of the found all these three questions very handy. Watch it at least 2 times so that you don't have to go back to those questions again a few days before the exam. Consider every minute, every second as the exam day, and prepare with that mindset. So all the very best wishes, and keep going and stay focused.